What's going on, people of the Overpowered channel? This is the Schwantz27, and the gameplay you're watching in the background is some multi-team hardpoint on the map raid. It's not once, not twice, but 3 times the nuclear by Kaz. Go check out his channel. Link will be down in the description. He's an absolute monster, and this biblical gameplay here is just him running around like a chicken with his head cut off the entire time, getting 3 different sets of 30 gun streaks, which is just simply amazing. But for this particular gameplay, I don't want to do my normal gameplay, play-by-play kind of podcast style over it. Instead, I want to share a story with you guys that is simply hilarious. Now, I know some of you guys are a little bit too young to actually drive, but being the oldest member in the Overpowered team, or else I think I'm the oldest at the age of 29, I have been driving for about 12 years now, but there are always those times, and you never ever want this to happen to you, but when you look up in the rearview mirror, there are those flashing lights telling you to get over to the side of the road because you've done something wrong. Unless you're a saint and you've never disobeyed the rules of the road, me, myself, I prefer to be more like a Mario Andretti out there. I do about 15 over the speed limit, which is probably a little bit too fast, but hey, if I could handle it, I think that that's how fast I should be allowed to drive, but that's another topic for another conversation. Anyways, so when I was 17, I was the first person out of all of my group of friends to get my license and to get a car. So, of course, I decided to take my buddies out for a joyride. So me and 4 of my friends piled into my 1988 Beretta GT that I thought was the best car ever, but it was really just a hoopty. So he gets the brilliant idea to start making faces at the drivers and passengers of the other cars as we're passing them here on this highway. Now, he didn't anticipate the reaction of one of the particular people that he was making faces at. As you see here, Kaz picks up that first nuclear, C4 to the jaw. Let's go for another one, baby. Anyways, back to the story. We're driving along here, and he's making faces at cars that are passing by. Well, turns out he made faces at the wrong particular car this time, and this guy ended up getting behind my car, and a bunch of my friends in the back were just like, yo, this guy, he's behind you. He's been following us this whole time. I made a face at him, and he flipped me off, and now it looks like he's rummaging through the back seat. I think he's going to pull out a gun. I think he's going to go pull out a gun. Schwantz, you gotta fucking lose him. You gotta get rid of this guy. So obviously next, I decided to pull my evasive maneuvers. I darted down a side street, and I was just going super duper fast, disobeying all of the stop signs, not signaling when I was turning, signaling the wrong way when I was turning off my lights with the car because it was dark out, and even things like going the wrong way down a one-way street to try and avoid this guy because he had been following me, and I thought that he was going to shoot us up because my friends had said that he was going to pull out a gun on us. So eventually I end up losing him after throwing the car in neutral, yanking up the e-brake, and doing a nice pinpoint 180 turn on a dime to go back onto the main highway. So I think everything is well, and off in the distance I hear this.
That's the sound of the police!
No, I didn't hear KRS-One. I heard some sirens, and I was like, oh, good, maybe the police got that piece of shit that was actually trying to follow me and trying to, run me off the road or whatever. But then I look in my mirror, and I see the car that was following us actually had its lights flashing at me, and a siren was coming out of it. He pulls up alongside me, and the passenger flashes me his badge and goes, pull over, I'm a police officer. And I think to myself, holy shit, are you fucking kidding me? I can't believe the guy that was following us the whole time was a police officer. So, he pulls us over and yanks both me and my buddy in the passenger seat out of the car. He, of course, checks my license and sees that I've only been driving for about a couple of weeks now. It was about 2 weeks or 3 weeks after my birthday, so this is just all brand new to me. And of course, he's grilling me with questions, and I told him what happened. I said, my buddies thought you had a gun in the back seat, so I tried to lose you. The other police officer is questioning my buddy, who is the passenger. He grabs his wallet and his cell phone, pulls out his cell phone, flips open the cell phone, because this was back in the days of flip phones, sees the wallpaper, and it says Big Pimpin' on it. So the officer thinks, You know, this guy must think he's the shit. Big pimping on your cell phone? What do you think you are, some kind of ladies' man? And my friend just answered, no, officer, I just really like girls. This kid was scared shitless, but offered the most hilarious answer ever. Anyways, so the other officer that was grilling me said, so here is all of the tickets I could write you up for. Speeding, going the wrong way down a one-way street, failing to stop at a stop sign, not signaling when you turning off your lights at night, and he just went down this list, reckless endangerment, etc., etc. All in all, he said he could have given me 14 different instances of traffic tickets at that point, but since he was off duty and didn't feel like writing up the paperwork, he decided to let me go. Are you fucking kidding me? This guy is so lazy that he decides to let me go, even though I broke 14 different laws, and I probably wouldn't have been driving until I was 21 because of all of the different infractions I would have gotten. Holy shit, I fucking caught a break there. So now I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Have you guys ever been pulled over? And if so, what was the experience like? I bet you it wasn't as crazy as my story. And here you see, Kaz is going to pick up this triple nuclear here at the end of this match. And unfortunately, it is in a losing effort. However, when the objective of the game is nuclears and not winning the actual game, these guys won 3 times over. He's got to do it, of course, with that C4 Mick double. Put that shit on the grill. I have been the Schwantz27, and I'm out like nipples at a wet t-shirt contest. Until next time.